9197 Wolfpack. This is your boy Tyler 9197 with your 9197 Black Wolf 9197 or 9197. Back with another video for you guys, and this time it's gonna be my review on Outriders. And before I start this video, y'all, all I want to say is I hope y'all are having a great day while you watch this video, and God is good all the time. Just remember that. And let's just go ahead and really start this review. So I'm going to try to keep it short as possible, y'all. I'm not trying to make this review way longer than it has to be. But if you guys don't know how I do my reviews, I talk about a little bit of the plot, my pros and cons, at least, and talk about a little bit of the spoiler, which I will warn y'all when I talk about the spoiler. But honestly, the way the game, like, basically with the ending, is nothing so, like, oh my god, like, it's a huge spoiler type thing. It's kind of like, it's a spoiler, but not like super big that you feel like if you knew about it, you would be like, really, type thing. So there's that. But anyway, let me go ahead and really start. So the plot of Outriders, y'all. So you play as an Outrider. You're a created Outrider, either a male or female Outrider. So the plot of it is that Earth is uninhabitable. I think that's the best word I'm trying to say. So yeah, basically people can't live on Earth no more. Like, Earth is not like a habitable, if that, I think that is a word. Yeah, but basically, like you said, you know, like living on Earth is pretty much no good. So Outriders, their jobs are basically kind of like the front line guys, and what they do, their job is to go. Their job and their mission was to go to a whole nother planet. That this one planet in particular called Enoch. So they could go to that planet and trying to see if the place is good for colonizing, and that's really their main mission. But of course, like I said, they're kind of like the front line guys. Like, if they're the ones that, you know, they go in, if they die, well, they die for a cause, for people to live on colonized Enoch. So once you go there in Enoch and like see how the area is, every day looks nice for a second, but of course, like most games, every day look nice for a split second. Then boom, disaster happens out of nowhere. This storm, which is called the anomaly, just went going rampant crazy, and then like the alien creatures that live on the planet attacking you, this and that, and then just the different species of just different the alien species, whatever, that you're fighting, and etc, etc. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. But basically with that anomaly, what messes you up when you were trying to go to a certain spot, I think it was like a signal. Yeah, that's what it was. Like, the Outriders and the other people that you was with, they were trying to go to a signal to inform the Flores. Was basically the best way to describe it is basically think of it kind of like a like the Justice League ship. If you guys remember that ship, like from the anime series, think of it kind of something like that to connect the floors to say, hey, it's a go ahead to live on Enoch, etc, etc. But of course, you know, like I said, disaster happens. So when that was happening, your Outrider got affected got hit one of the lightnings from the anomaly. Not only that, your Outrider suddenly was in a cryo station. So you know the cryo station that people put in on pods that they be basically frozen and they come out of, kind of similar to like a Fallout 4, if you guys played that game. And like I said, somebody release you out of your pod, and then, you know, you're confused. You're like, wait, what the heck is going on? What's going on? Type thing. And but then you found out that it was a certain woman that you met when you first went to Enoch was there, but she became older. That's one thing, and then two, she became like a leader from like a resistance type thing, and basically your character been asleep in cryo for about like, what was it, like like 30 to 31 years, so somewhere around there. So yeah, so it's been a long time. And like, not only that, since when all that disaster happened, when you've been knocked out basically for 30 something years in cryo, it came to a certain point that your character, your Outrider, got affected with the anomaly again, I want to say, or I don't know if it was like random or happened, but basically you became a alter. And basically what an alter is, it's just a superhuman being that gets powers. And you know, of course, for you being an alter, you have more of an advantage than pretty much anybody who's not an alter, and you could take down like armies and armies of just different types of enemies because you got these powers. And basically, with the plot overall, with the plot is that you, as your Outrider, you got to go to the signal that you're trying to connect the Flores from from the beginning. Once you arrive on Enoch, to go ahead and do that. So the contacted people pretty much after all these years, let them know what's going on, etc., etc., etc. You know, that basically to help everybody that's on there who lives on the planet now, including yourself, to like, you know, say, you know, to make it colonized and etc., etc., like things like that. And that's pretty much the plot of Outriders. And before I go to my pros and cons, I want to at least explain to y'all the powers that is in the games that you have. So there, like the one that I picked, because you could choose out of, I want to say 5 powers, 5 abilities. I want to say it may be 5 or 4, but I think it's like 5. But we'll see once I actually said it. So the first one, one of the ones I had when playing the game was Trickster. And Tricksters are basically like kind of like the time-like powers. Like there's one I could actually do like a kind of like a force field, and like well, kind of like a dome, and like it slows down time. I could teleport behind somebody and shoot them. Like, you know what I'm saying, this is different. One of them is kind of like a psycho slice blade. Like I could like spin around super fast, this and that. Another one was Technomancer, which honestly, y'all, I'm not too familiar with the ability it was, but I want to say that ability was more just to kind of like help you kind of like as like a support more than anything. Like it's like a support type abilities if I remember correctly, because I can't remember too much what it was. What it was about. A third one was Pyromancer, which y'all already know what that is. It's just fire, you know what I'm saying, like Pyromancer, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. There's that. Other one was like Devastator, which basically kind of like the Earthbender. Basically, like you create like rocks and basically Earthbending. That's the best way I could put it. And I want to say, there was another one, or I think that was it. I think it was only 4 abilities. Yeah, I think I said all of them really, because I wanted to say there was a 5th one, but yeah, I think it's only like 4 abilities. What hell is it? Trickster, Technomancer, Pyro, and Devastator. Yeah, I think it was only like 4 abilities. Yeah, at least for my knowledge right now, I think it was 4 abilities. But yeah, pretty much that is it, y'all. That is the plot. Hopefully I explained to y'all a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know how with games, especially talking about plots, so like what they are, it's like sometimes like games sometimes could be like you have to play it to understand it more so than kind of explain it to somebody. So hopefully y'all understand what I was talking about, and I gave y'all the best summary of what the plot is in the game for the most part. So now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my pros and cons of the game. So I would say like 3 pros, 3 cons. So my first pro, I can go ahead and say for Outriders, it's just an overall good game, y'all. Like it's a fun game. Like it's simple as that, y'all. Like the gameplay in this game is like literally the one that's gonna like I said, literally the one that saves the whole entire game. The reason why you play the game. It's just mad fun. It's like the gameplay is on point, y'all. Like it's just a really fun game because it gives you them vibes of like kind of like a Destiny, a little bit of Gears of War, and just like yeah, that's like the main two I can think of at the moment. But and I know there's like a little bit something else too, like probably like another game I can add on there. But for the most part, it just reminds me like a Destiny and Gears had a baby. And you get Outriders, and like it's just mad fun, y'all. Like it's really like a really fun game. I know it's just simple as that, but it really is. So the second thing I could go ahead and give a pro for the game is the dialogue, y'all. Cause see, this is my biggest thing when it comes to games, especially that's kind of like, basically like an RPG. Well, consider Outriders an RPG. Well, Outriders could. Yeah, I can consider it a bit of an RPG. Yeah, it's kind of like a Destiny. Like you know how it's like, dude, is Destiny kind of like an RPG? Well, more like a looter shooter. It's a looter shooter, but kind of got RPG elements. I think that's the best way I can describe it. It's like that. It's like RPG elements, but it's not a full-on RPG game. But you know, it's basically in that middle ground of. That's basically what it is. But like the dialogue, y'all. One thing I like in games is once your main character can talk. That's my biggest thing, y'all. That's one thing I love about it, when your main character can talk. And like when you and then interact with your other characters too, like the other supporting characters and stuff, and how you give your opinion, this and that. I like that. I mean, well, it's not the greatest as far as like, you know, like say like your decisions matter type thing, because really it's not like that. It's not really like that, like heavy, like like kind of like a Mass Effect, like the Paragon or Renegade, like that. It's nothing like that, but it'd be cool if it added more into that game, but it didn't. But for the most part, as far as dialogue, like your character talking this and that, I like that. I like that because it's like I get tired of playing the game when your main character, your customized character, do not talk. You just stand there just listening. Somebody said like, and they talk to you and they said, "Do you agree?" You just like, yo, like talk. Like that was my biggest complaint when I played Daemons Machina, when I did that review, y'all. That was my biggest complaint. Like I'm getting tired of a lot of these games be having these characters that your character don't not talk. Like stop trying to make these characters not talk. Like this ain't Zelda. This ain't Link. This is like we not playing, like they make us feel like we play a Link, but at least Link have a little bit more how I say personality. Even though he don't really talk, but at least you can say like y'all know, like Link say something. But some of the other games though, like how your characters don't talk at all, it just, you feel like your character is so generic. Like I don't understand why some games. I mean, I know it's probably like honestly it's just easier for like developers and stuff like that, but still sometimes I feel like you need to go that extra mile and get your characters talking at least. And I'm glad Outriders is one that does that. Alright guys, for the third pro, I'm gonna combine them with at least with two things and put it into one for this third pro. So basically, for my third pro for Outriders, y'all, is the loot and the powers. Because y'all, like I said, that's one of the main reasons what make Outriders fun, is the loot and your powers. Whatever powers you pick and then the loot that you have, it's so good, y'all, because it's cool to have like that cool armor, this and that, whatever that you like to have, and then of course the guns and stuff, and then use your powers when you fight a lot. It's just so fun to use your powers. But what I like about it too, y'all, how you can mod your armor and all this and that, is two things. One, is say like you have a certain fit that you like, y'all, like you have an outfit that you like, you don't want to really change it. What I like about it that you can increase the rarity of it and the strength of your weapon, armor, and which I really enjoy that aspect of it, just because it's like, sometimes when you like upgrade, especially for progressing the game, sometimes you have an outfit that you just like wearing all the time, but you know that it's weaker compared to other outfits that you pick later on. But it's good when you can increase the rarity of it and make the armor stronger, or the gun strong, because that's why I did a lot of the guns I had. I just upgraded to make it stronger. And I love that aspect that you could do that. And of course, you know, this game got difficulty that it's like, it's there. If you want the challenge, it's there. Because sometimes, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I had to drop down some of that difficulty a little bit, because like back and forth, because like, you know, it's like you want to challenge yourself to be on the hardest difficulty, but sometimes you gotta back down a little bit, because sometimes, y'all, it be a lot. But mainly because I played this game solo, so it's not, I didn't play it like with online and stuff with people or friends. Because if I did that, then more likely it would have been a little bit easier, but still, it was definitely challenging nonetheless, playing by myself. But yeah, and then with the abilities, like I say, it's just cool. Like it's just so much what you can do with abilities, this, that, whatever one you pick. But like I said, it's just a fun game, y'all. Like it's just really a fun game. There's a lot going on into it, and like it's just something that, you know, you can really enjoy. Alright, y'all, now let me go ahead and talk about the cons now. Man, the cons of this game, because this game did have some cons, y'all. Like some of them, it's just like, Jesus. Like, it's kind of like that, y'all. Like, it just, this game, like I said, no matter how fun this game is, there is some stuff in this game that you would just drive you nuts, and you just feel like, really? Like, oh my god. But anyway, let me go ahead and start. So my first con I could go ahead and give for Outriders, y'all, is the freaking fade in black, the fade, like, yeah, the fade to black thing. So like, you know how games, y'all, like, you know how like some of them, like you go to an area or wherever, or say like a cutscene, they just fades to black, right? This game do it way too freaking much, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. Like, y'all, you would get so sick of this game, because it's just certain things that you feel like, why is so much fade to black in this game? Like, they do this thing, and I mean, they do this feature way too much in this game, y'all. Like, literally, like, say like, I don't know, say like I'm about to cross, actually no, matter of fact, yeah. Alright, y'all, so say like this, for example, say like if I was going into a building, right? Literally just something simple, just like say like I open a door, right? That door, open the door goes to a faded black situation, but it don't do it once, it do it twice. It don't make no sense. Say like, okay, I'm about to go to this area, it does like the cutscene thing go to faded black, right? But it don't even go to, but the cutscene part is mainly still me in the game, like open the door, and then faded black again, and then I'm in that area. It's like, it was way too much in this game, y'all. Like, you would be mad and you would be annoyed at going into any area, because you feel like it's not necessary, which it wasn't, y'all. It wasn't, y'all. It really wasn't, not that it was not really needed. It's a lot of the parts in this game, it just was not needed, but it was a lot in it that you just feel like, man, why? Oh man. Alright, y'all, so my second con I can go ahead and give for Outriders, y'all, is a lot of the side missions and the other stuff in the game is repetitive. So y'all, like, that's one of my biggest things too about this game, that it's like doing certain things in this game did felt like a little bit of a chore, because it's like it wasn't interested enough that you want to do a lot of these side mission stuff. I mean, one main reason why you want to do them, because obviously when you get further in the game, you want to get stronger too. That's the biggest thing too. That's like the biggest part. And Outriders is to, you know, keep getting your character stronger and stronger. Because like I said, the higher the difficulty you have it, the more difficult that the game is going to get. So you want to like keep on making your character stronger and stronger, your Outrider stronger. But still, like, y'all, a lot of these side quests and stuff that you did, it just felt so repetitive, y'all. Like for example, like I did a lot of the one poster missions, like take out like an assassin or this and that, right? I'll go in and do those missions, right? The thing is, it feels like copy and paste. Like if it don't feel different going after a different enemy. It felt like the same thing. It's like, all right, I go to this area, okay, fight this group, whatever, and then go fight another group, but then like the boss or the one I'm trying to kill, whatever, is within that group, and you know, try to take them out, this, that, and third, boom, shoot them in the head, dead, boom. All right, to the next quest, and it felt the same each time I did like them kill a target missions, and then no different when I do like a monster hunt. Same thing like that. When I go try to kill a monster, it felt the same thing, and it's like it didn't feel like the cinematic or dialogue, whatever, didn't feel different enough that you feel like, man, like it makes you want to do this instead of feeling like that's something I could do on the side, but I really don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it felt for me, which was kind of disappointing, just because like when most games that have side quests, I like to do side quests and stuff like that, because like, you know, like, I mean, it's cool when you go progress in the story. Of course you want to beat the game and all that, but like I like to do side quests because if I'm really enjoying the game, I want to do the side quests and stuff like that to give me more content out of the game of playing it and enjoying it, this, that, and third. But when I played this, honestly, with Outriders, like the side quests, like besides a few, because there's a very few in there that you feel like it was good enough that you want to do it to see how far you could get into it, like, you know, a few things. But overall, the side quests and stuff in this game was kind of forgettable, and you could actually just skip past it, to be honest. But it's still good to do some of them just because of like to get your Outrider stronger. But besides that, it's like I said, it was kind of forgettable and kind of a chore. So it's like there were some that was like really decent, and but that was like a very few, and then the rest of it just felt repetitive and just like, I don't really want to do no more of this, like, you know, type thing. Now for my third con, y'all, I could go ahead and give for Outriders is it really didn't have a like impactful moments. So, you know, guys, you know, when playing any game, they especially have a story, which Outriders, I would definitely say like the story was not like the one that like the greatest in the world, but you do appreciate that for the game that it has a decent enough story that you go like, all right, even though it's not like the greatest, it's not like you're super invested with the story, but it's good enough that you still want to see what's going to happen, etc., you know, type thing. And that's how I felt like with the Outrider story. Also, there's another con too. I'm gonna add it with con 3. Like I just thought about it, I just remember I had audio issues, y'all. I don't know, like if you guys play Outriders and you had the same issues like I did, but it seemed like when it got to the cutscenes, especially because I played the game a lot on my headset. So I had like my wireless headset. So I've been listening like more like the audio of the game and stuff, mainly on my headset to get the best, you know, audio out of it. But when it came to the cutscenes, I had audio issues when playing the game when it came to the cutscenes and stuff. It felt like it just kept on chopping back and forth. At first I thought it was like my headphones for a second, but when I played any of the game and using my same headphones, everything was fine. But then I realized, even when I was playing xCloud of Outriders, when I played it on xCloud and had my other headphones, it was still doing the same issues. And that was like a big thing that annoyed the heck out of me playing Outriders, was really the audio thing. But if you guys had the same issues, please write down below, because that was a big part of it that annoyed me the most, which I should have added in the list of cons. But I mean, I added it now for con 3, but you guys get my point. But still, alright, enough of that, back to con 3. So like my thing is like I said, you appreciate for what it is for Outriders for story wise, but playing through the game, it just like a lot of stuff. It's like a lot of scenes when you play this in the cinematic. Like Outriders has some scenes that make you want to, you know, feel in that moment, or make you feel like, dang, like, you know, it want to make you have some type of emotion playing this game. Some scenes probably make you feel like, dang, you kind of feel sad. Some scenes kind of make you feel like it may want to get you angry or whatever. Or some scenes make you feel like it wants you to get really engaged or what's going on. But honestly, y'all, when I was playing this, it just, like I said, it's some stuff in there, like, it makes you want to feel, but it's like, I don't know. I guess with this game, it just, like I said, it wasn't impactful enough that you feel like, dang, you super invested in the story type thing. And that, I feel like that was like the biggest blow for Outriders, especially if you care more about story. If you care mainly about story, then I feel like story, you will be more likely disappointed with this game. But if you do care about, like, you know, having at least a decent enough story and gameplay, then you're all set. Cause that's how I viewed the game. I was like, I wasn't super heavy with the story, but I do like a game that has a decent story more so than the gameplay. But the gameplay saved this game 100%. Like, that's why you'll play Outriders, really for the gameplay aspect, not really the story. But the story though, like, I mean, like I said, it was decent enough, but it didn't hit the mark. And then, like I said, a lot of parts in the game, it just didn't hit that impact factor for you that you'll be super engaged, like you're super into the story, that you really want to get into the story type thing. I didn't really feel that when I played Outriders, but like I said, I do appreciate it because it was decent enough story that I enjoyed it a lot more than I did play Daemon X Machina. I know I can't bring that game up a lot, y'all, but y'all watch my review, like, I basically said it. It's like Daemon X Machina was one of those Switch games that, like, I was super highly anticipated for, but when I actually played it, like fully played it, besides the gameplay, the story was just boring to me. It was not that interesting. It just, I couldn't do it. I really just couldn't do it. But yeah, but that's pretty much it. I talked about a little bit of the plot, my pros and cons. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give my rating for the game, y'all. So I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. So I feel like if I had to rate this game solely, besides the other stuff, besides the story, the side quests, etc., like, you know, all the other stuff in it, if I had to rate this game solely as far for gameplay only, just the gameplay, I will rate this game at 9 out of 10, y'all, because this game is mad fun. That's one thing about Outriders. It's a very addictive game. You would love to spend hours upon hours on Outriders, but mainly especially if you have friends to play on this game, or just play with random something like that, which I didn't took part of that because I was fine playing solo. But still, if you want to, like, friend stuff on this, you will invest more hours into this game if you playing with friends for Outriders. But as far, like I said, but as solely for gameplay, this game is straight up 9 out of 10. It's so fun. You would like to waste hours on it, like, a lot, and I highly recommend it as far for the gameplay wise. But if I had to be realistic for of everything in the game, including the gameplay, in 1 out of 10, y'all, I would rate Outriders like at least 8 out of 10. Because I feel like the game is still solid. It's not the best in the world, but it's definitely a solid game. Yeah, I do recommend anybody want to play it. I know the game right now is on sale for, it was like $38.99 right now. So I feel like for that price, the game is worth that price. Like I said, but of course, like I said, like, y'all guys going into this game, just remember that, like, you know, like, if you was like, if you care about, if you worry about more the story side, like I said, story, you're gonna be a little bit disappointed. At least, I don't know, because everybody's different. But for me, I was like, I would say I was disappointed with the story, but it definitely wasn't impactful the way I thought it could be. But, you know, but still, overall, the gameplay saved the game. But overall, still, for the most part, like, $38.99 is worth it for the game. Usually the game be $60. So, but what I recommend it, if it wasn't for the sale part, if I recommend it for $60, I don't know, it's iffy, because Outriders, I feel like in some aspects it could be worth a $60 price tag, in my opinion. But at the same time, I do feel like the more you progress in the game, the more you start feeling like I said, the kind of repetitiveness a little bit, this, that, and the third. So that's why I feel like it's best to get this game on sale. So like $38.99, that's a fair price for that game. But like I said, at the end of the day, it just depends what type of gamer you are, and do you feel like you're gonna waste hours on this game and stuff if you did pay full price. But as far for sale, like for that price, it's worth it. Go ahead and get it, especially if you was kind of iffy about Outriders. I feel like Outriders worth it. Like I said, if you play Gears and you play Destiny, think about those two games together and you get Outriders, and there you go. Like that's the best way I could put it. And like I said, it's really a solid game, and I recommend it for anybody to play it. But of course, like I said, for my pros and cons, just like I say, that's my opinion though, for my pros and cons. But still, at least you're aware now. But also, I'll say this: I want to give one quick side note before I go into the spoilers, which honestly is not gonna be long at all. I would say that with Outriders, besides some of the flaws it has, at least the characters in the game that you do meet are memorable, which is a huge plus for me for this game. Like I said, the story, even though a lot of stuff I didn't really care too much about the story as much, or it wasn't really impactful, but at least I can say the characters that you have along your journey are memorable, and that's a big plus. To me, that's for any game. If characters, even though the game do not have to be the best at all, but at least if the characters are memorable, then that's a huge plus. Like, really. But enough of that, y'all. Now I'm about to go ahead and spoilers. You can see the siren right here, y'all. Well, actually, my bad, right here. So you can definitely, you want to stay to hear it, go ahead. If you don't, I understand. You can leave the review now. But like I said, even the spoilers is not gonna be that long, honestly. And but still, you know what I'm saying? Like, stay if you want to hear it, or stay you don't want to hear it. And that's pretty much it. So I'll let y'all. I'm gonna wait a little bit for y'all. If you want to decide to watch it or not, go ahead. Alright guys, time for the spoilers. It's not as much excitement because it's not that big for spoilers, but you guys already know. But basically, you guys know from playing Outriders, when you had to go fight that I really forgot the dude's name, that once alien dude, predator looking dude that you gotta fight that killed Jakob. Like, I don't know. I feel like for the ending of Outriders, I felt like it could have been better, in my opinion. Like, I'm thinking like, alright, when we found the dude that was like what's his name? Moriarty. What's that? Wait, god dang. Moriarty, something like that guy. I can't say his name right now, but but basically, I'm thinking that old man, I thought he was gonna be like the big boss. Maybe like he probably had some powers of the anomaly, which I think he did, if I remember correctly. I think he was an alter himself. But of course he got older, so he got weaker. But still, I think it was. And like, I thought he was gonna be a big boss, but didn't know. It's like we had to fight the dude that killed Jakob, which I felt like he could have been more of like second to last boss, in my opinion. And then we could have fought Moriarty if he was like a big old boss character. But still, overall, like for the ending of it, I mean, like, I felt like the ending for Outriders, it was straight. I feel like, because I guess it was kind of like a cliffhanger, I guess. I'm not too sure. But it does have the potential, like, we should probably see like an Outriders 2. Which hopefully, I feel like the game should at least deserve a sequel to it. And I'm more likely would like to play it. You know what I'm saying? Because I did enjoy Outriders for what it is. But definitely say, like, if they do if they do decide to do a sequel, I more likely would like to play it. Like, I really would, because I really did enjoy a lot from this game. And then another thing I can say too is like for example, like how Jakob died. That was supposed to be more emotion in the game, but I really didn't feel nothing, y'all. It's like even though the characters felt more memorable, but the characters didn't impact me enough that I care about them so much that even when they die, it's like, dang, or I feel like, oh man, for real. It's like when Jakob died, I was like, dang, that sucks. But I didn't feel like, oh no, type thing. Like, I didn't feel like that when I played the game. I did not feel like that. I was like, are you kidding me, type thing. Like, I did not feel like, I didn't feel nothing. That was my biggest thing with Outriders. I wish things in the game got me more engaged, and a lot of stuff can make me feel more impactful, but it really didn't though. But like overall, like for the ending wise, I feel like there's still potential what the game could do. Hopefully to do be a sequel, but overall, like fighting that boss that killed Jakob, I just felt like it was kind of like a meh fight to me. It wasn't like so like this is it right here, we gotta fight this thing. Like, I don't know, I feel like it could have been a little bit better, but it was alright. You know, it was like whatever type thing. That's how I kind of felt like the ending was for this game. And I'm trying to think of something else before I end this video. Oh yeah, now I remember. So I remember there was like from the ending of it, there was like the pause when they finally came down, this and that, and they have like the I guess like the challenges or something like that. So you guys could go and do it like another big boss battle fight. Y'all, I didn't went ahead and try to do that at all, because I felt like I said, I felt like playing Outriders, especially with side quests and stuff, felt repetitive already. So I didn't feel like doing that putting extra content into the game for me to, add more hours into the game that I already played from this game. Like, I didn't want to add more hours to it, because I felt like I already beat the game. I don't really feel like the urge to really want to continue to see that last the last boss battle fight. So that's why I might just go ahead and go to YouTube and watch it and see like who it was, this, that, and third, because I personally wouldn't do it. Maybe if I had friends to play the game with, I'd probably attempt it, but as far as me just playing solo, nah, I wouldn't really want to do that. That just seemed like that's just more that seemed like more of a chore than anything, so I would definitely pass on that. But overall, y'all, that's it for the video, for my review of it. But what are your guys' thoughts on Outriders? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or are you kind of mixed in the game? Please write down below. I want to hear y'all thoughts about the game, or are you guys even thinking about even buying the game yourselves? Please write down below. But alright, Black Wolves, this is the end of the video, so please go ahead, hit the like, the bell, subscribe. I say this all of my other videos. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so you can join the 9197 Wolfpack. This is a fun kickback gaming channel which has the greatest community in the world, which is you guys, the Black Wolves. So go ahead and spread the word to your friends and family who likes gaming, so they can go ahead and join the Wolfpack, because everybody's welcome to the pack. And all I gotta say, y'all, just stay tuned for more content coming your way with new Super Lucky's Tale, and then Perfect Dark Zero, which I haven't started yet, but I will be starting that very soon, y'all. So y'all see content for that too, besides only Super Lucky's Tale, you know. Alright guys, I love y'all. Peace. God bless y'all. TGDS 9197.